I was gonna segue us actually. Still staying in the Android era. However, my man Cooler. I know this is old news. My man Metal Cooler. That's actually a figure I was highly anticipating. I couldn't wait till they dropped Metal Cooler.
You opening up old wounds, man. You have to have him go off.
I just want to quickly say, as y'all already know, that price was ridiculous. I just wanted to briefly dispel certain things. I've heard that maybe it was the paint aspect to this figure that made it so expensive.
None of that.
I was willing to listen to that argument because I was like, oh, maybe it is. That would be a super reflective paint that they use. I can understand how something like that would be hard to make and put that onto a figure and then make sure that it doesn't whatever. But I'm not sure that that's the case. As my man Cyrus has told me, they've used paints like that in other action figure lines, and it's not as expensive as Metal Cooler.
Nope.
And this is Metal Cooler, unfortunately, is an army builder. So the fact that they had the audacity to Photoshop all those different metal
man,
I was like, bro, you know damn well nobody's really, unless you're some super duper big baller, who's gonna buy that many Metal Coolers, right?
Big facts. Big facts.
Unless you're some super, you making like 400,000 a year, and you just got money to blow.
You know what? Can I? Would you both mind if I touched on this just for a little bit?
Oh, please go ahead, man.
Alright, and y'all both know I've explained this to y'all, okay? Like, this is my whole thing about Metal Cooler. It makes no sense that that figure is $120. It makes no sense, and it goes back to what I explained to my family that we up here with right now, right? They've been doing this for a while. When people, like, it makes no sense to look at the currency conversion rates anymore. It makes no sense because they've been face value matching the prices from yen to the US dollar. So even though it says, oh, you know, it's this much money in yen, so say like it says, you know, 7,150 yen, you convert that over, it's only like $50 or something like that, right? But then you look at how much, and that's with taxes, and then you look at how much it costs without the taxes, you're like, oh, it's only 6,500 yen, that's only like $40 in American. But then when it actually comes out, it's like, wait a minute, it's $65. What just happened? They're face value matching these prices. They've been doing this for a while now, and I pointed this out to these gents a while ago and even showed it to them, and they were like, oh snap, okay, yeah, that's actually happening, it's a thing. They're doing that with these prices. So it's like, don't even bother looking at the conversion rates anymore at this point, because you can go far back and see like, yo, they've been doing this a while. So you look at Metal Cooler, right? That was 12,100 yen, and now you look at the American price, it's $120. And me, I'm like this. It has no die cast. First off, don't sit here and get hyped up. Oh, what it says, you know, this kind of etching. No. Let me tell you something. This is a fact. This is no, oh, they forget to put it in there. Whatever material is used to make any product, you have to list all of the items used to make said product, because people can be allergic to said material. You have to put that in there to avoid any kind of lawsuit. Metal Cooler has no die-cast metal in him at all whatsoever. And I told y'all this, we had this conversation. That was my hugest gripe. There's no way that thing should be that should cost as much as a Saint Seiya figure that comes with die-cast metal, effect parts, and plastic, and more than just the bare bones of just, oh, the hands and a few faces. Like, there's no way, like no way in hell. That makes absolutely no sense. Like, you compare that to the Saint Seiya exclusive figure that they had just at New York, and look at Metal Cooler, night and day difference. Makes no sense why that thing is the same price as that gold version of Saint Seiya V3, and it comes with one regenerating arm, hands, some feet, and some faces. No die cast, no effect parts. The Saint Seiya came with effect parts, die cast, plastic, the box to put the armor in, the stand to put the pieces of the armor on, and a stand by itself. all for $125. How in the world is $120 justified for Metal Cooler with none of those things? Makes no sense. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox. That's all I gotta say about that.
What I'll say is that entire argument really even further enhances the whole, Tamashii basically having a big grasp over this Dragon Ball in general to do whatever they want with. So yeah, it's rough. And I know we've all individually talked about it, in other social, platforms and whatnot. My opinion definitely has changed since, it initially was revealed and whatnot. I'm more on the side of okay, we need to see a more budget friendly version of this character, because a lot of people said that they just flat out were going to skip it despite it being their favorite character, which is sad. No one wants to skip out on a cool character that they admire, and throwing in the fact that this is the second form or variation of the same character that has also been premium Bandai. So it's you're turning a lot of people off already. If you're going to keep doing it like that, I can already imagine, a lot of people just throwing this out there. If they threw out that base Broly with the Super Saiyan A-type hair and put it up there for near the same price, people are going to be pissed. I already know it. But moving on,